Yo, Black Balloon coming back with another video. Eyes look a little red. I'm kind of tired. But I was thinking about some shit, right? Because I just got done watching this episode. And the episode was American Horror Story, Coven, which is probably my favorite season of American Horror Story. And probably the season um, 8, no, season 9, Apocalypse. I can't remember which one it was. All right, so look, yeah, I just kind of contradicted myself on my last video, right? In what I was just saying. Because remember in the video, I was talking about how, like, we all be obsessed with, like, the end of the world type of shit. Like, we're all obsessed with, devilish shit, selling your soul, sacrificing people. Like, that is the most interesting shit to people. I was talking about that in the video and saying how, like, although we are as like humans, we're like the most interested in that kind of shit, that kind of just negative, you know, doomsday, everything is gonna end, just selling your soul. We're like super interested in that. Like you could put a movie on about, some happy, positive, damn, bank robbing kind of show or movie or whatever, and it's not gonna get no damn views compared to, like that show Lucifer or, shows that are about the world ending. I have, at the end of the day, it's kind of hard to pinpoint why we are so interested in that kind of shit. And I guess it goes all the way back to like a long time ago when I talked about us as humans being born like, we're born kind of already committing like just evil acts. Like we're not born the most positive person we can be, obviously we're like innocent as children and stuff like that, but eventually we mostly, we venture off to shit that's not good for us before we actually start doing the things that are good for us. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the simplest way to, kind of break that down on why we're like so interested in the shit that's like not good. At the end of the day, you really don't want to experience. You don't want to experience apocalypse. You don't want to, run into witches that can fucking choke you just by looking at you and shit, but anyways, so I was watching, Coven. Like I said, it's one of my favorite seasons of American Horror Story because even me, I find myself, I'm super interested in shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I guess it's just natural, It's not even like, it's not living out of that lowest chakra. It's just like the fact that you're just fascinated with it because, you can be, you know, um, the most positive person, vibrating on a higher frequency than most other people, but you're still interested in finding out shit about evil because for some reason evil is very interesting, depending on how it's like being relayed to you. You see what I'm saying? It's very interesting. Like it's kind of no way to actually put it, learning about someone selling their soul or learning about, black magic witchcraft or, some apocalypse kind of shit. It's interesting. The antichrist, that shit is interesting. You want to know about that, almost more than you want to know about other things, people would rather watch shit about the devil and selling your soul than they would rather watch some shit about God. And that's just real at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you want to know more about the evil doings of this world than you truly want to know about God. And God knows that. And the devil know that. And if you don't believe in the devil by now, it ain't much convincing I can do to make you believe in either or. You know what I'm saying? You done chose your side and just whatever. You see what I'm saying? That's whatever. But okay, so I was watching the show, Actually for the second time because I haven't watched it in a while, and I was watching the Apocalypse season and some things in the season, which I've seen the Apocalypse season 2 years ago as well, but I was rewatching that as well too. Anyway, don't mind me. So I was watching that season Apocalypse, and as I got to about episode 3 or 4, I realized I needed to go back and watch the Coven before I watched that, because although it's all the seasons don't actually match, but it was just a few things that happened in Apocalypse that made me realize I needed to go and remember what happened in the Coven, because it involved the witches, and they brought a few witches back from hell that were like stuck in hell because they tried to become the next supreme, and one of them got stuck in hell and shit, trying to basically descend to the underworld and make it back. So I was watching it, just super fucking interesting, like about everything. And then it was just making me think about the current state of like what we're going through now. It makes it almost seem like all of this shit that we're experiencing with the virus and just, everything that's going on in the media, it almost seems like spell casting. It almost seems like fucking witchcraft. Wearing a mask and, just beating the shit into your head so much, and of course I talked about it in being like MK Ultra as well, but it's also like a form of witchcraft and spell casting / black magic, because obviously, we're not witches, we're not warlocks, and I mean myself and the people that's watching. So we're not aware when spells are being casted on us. We're not aware of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We're not aware of it. At the end of the day, we're not aware. They are. So we don't know when, you know, spells are being casted on us, right in front of our eyes. You see what I'm saying? And just bear with me. This video will kind of make sense, but I can't lie. At the end of the day, I'm kind of like just ranting off of what I was just watching, and just shit that's going on. It's clicking. It's clicking. But, it made me think that all of this shit that we're going through is like, major black magic / witchcraft and spell casting, on the entire fucking world, damn near. You see what I'm saying? And all of this sparked my head because I was just watching this show, and it gets so interesting because they dealing with a lot of the shit from the underworld. They dealing with real spirits, like the Papa Legba spirit, and I don't even feel comfortable saying his name because I believe if you fully, you make yourself aware, and you say it enough and you do things to get their attention enough, you will get their attention. And I'm talking about these spirits. And that show, American Horror Story, they don't be fucking lying. They don't be lying about the shit that that the show is about. That black magic and witchcraft shit is real. Now, obviously, it's not to the extent that the show does it. It still has to be a show / entertainment at the end of the day. I don't think there's witches out there throwing people against walls and shit without actually touching them. I don't think so. I don't think so. But it was just like super interesting, you know what I'm saying? And they were like, making all kind of deals and shit with the spirit, Papa. I'm not gonna say his whole name. I'm not gonna just continue to say his whole name, but y'all should know who I'm talking about. And if you don't, just go look up Papa Legba or whatever, and you can find out stuff about him. So it was just super interesting because, the head supreme, Fiona, she was trying to like make a deal with him and basically sell her soul to Papa so she could be immortal and she could live forever and basically stay the supreme over her coven. And then you had Marie Laveau, which that was her character's name in American Horror Story. She had already made a deal with Papa and sold her soul, and in exchange for that, she had to kill, well, not kill, she had to basically kidnap newborn babies, like right when they were born, very innocent children, and basically sacrificed the child to Papa. That was her deal for being immortal. He gave her forever life, and for that, every single year when he called upon her, she had to get a baby, a newborn baby, and sacrifice it. That was a part of the deal for her to become and stay immortal. And I actually got to finish the last episode, but in the episode before the last episode, the spirit Papa ended up telling her that no matter what you do, no matter what deal you made to me, everyone pays for their sin. So even though she made a deal, a solid deal with him about becoming immortal and shit, and she was actually completing her end of the deal, she still had to suffer basically in her own hell. Well, I think it was the other lady's hell, but she had to be the one causing the pain, which she didn't really want to do. She wasn't even aware of it. He was basically controlling her in order to, like, basically be like the person who's making the other woman's hell a hell. Like, she was killing her, chopping off shit, killing her kids in front of her and shit, but Marie really didn't want to do that. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I was watching that and I was like, damn, that shit is fucking crazy, because they're not making this shit up. You know what I'm saying? They're not making this shit up. This is real fucking shit. And then you already know what goes on with kids, and kids getting sacrificed and them holding rituals over innocent children because you want that child's blood. And these are real people. Like, these are real Luciferians who really do this kind of shit. The writers and shit of these shows, come on now. I don't even have to say it. You already know they into this kind of shit. This is at the very top. We don't just make this kind of shit up. We don't just make up these damn... Where the hell you get that name from? That Papa name. I'm not going to continue to say it. Where do you get that name from? We don't just make this kind of shit up. It just doesn't come from anywhere. Brain just can't make up something it's never seen nor heard before. Y'all heard me say that plenty of times. So what makes you think that this shit is not real? What makes you think it's not real? And on the other season, the apocalypse, this all just kind of relates back to why we're so interested in all of this shit. It was basically about the antichrist, and he was trying to work his way into the coven, because the coven is not just witches, it's witches and warlocks, so males and females. He was trying to work his way into the coven so he could take over the coven from the inside and basically, bring about his agenda as being the antichrist, because he actually was able to do everything that the Supreme couldn't do. Which was what was her name? I just got done watching the show. I already forgot her name. It was Fiona's daughter in the show. Damn, I can't remember. Oh yeah, Cordelia. That's Cordelia. However they pronounce her name. That's she was the current Supreme, and so the Antichrist, the slick-haired dude, I forget what his name was, Michael in the show. I forget what his real name is, but he was able to actually descend down to hell and get Queenie. Well, no, Queenie wasn't. She was trapped in the hotel, which was basically hell, but she was trapped in the hotel, and the other girl, Misty, the other witch, she was actually trapped in hell, in her own personal hell. And Michael was able to go down into hell, basically, and bring both of them out, because obviously he was the son of the damn devil himself. He was the Antichrist, and that was his way of basically working his way into the coven, so he could take over and basically bring the world to its knees, through witchcraft and all of that other shit. So basically, I know that was probably a little bit, just kind of all over the place from where I started this video, but like I said, it was gonna make sense. I'm just relaying all of this to the fact that we're not really aware of what is going on right now in the current state of what we're living in. You know what I'm saying? We could all be under witchcraft. Like, we could all be having spells casted upon us, and we just don't fucking know what is going on. But at the end of the day, it all just keeps us going in a sense, you know. And I'm talking about as in, you know, the truth community and shit. Like all of this shit, we all dig into it like head first over anything else. This is the most interesting shit that you could possibly look at. And I really don't know why. I really don't know why at the end of the day, why we're attracted to shit that is like so evil. You know what I'm saying? Things that you would never do personally. You know, you wouldn't sell your soul. I don't think you want to become a warlock or a witch. You know, I don't think you want to learn how to use black magic. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you want to sell your soul, you know, to the devil in exchange for, you know, sacrificing babies every year. Because real life, real life is way more stranger than fiction. Just like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. You know, that shit is, that's the realest it can get. The things that happen in everyday real life will forever outweigh what you can put in a movie. So just imagine what the fuck is really going on out here in this world. Now, I'm not gonna make this video too long because I want to do another part to this, because I feel like there's more that I can cover, you know, especially just talking about those topics, you know. But like I said, you know, I'll get shit going in my mind and then just boom, I just want to talk about it. So if I sounded like I was just kind of all over the place, it's because I literally just thought about it or was thinking about it, and I just wanted to bring it to y'all attention and to kind of just continue and find out more on why we're so attracted to the things that we are attracted to. You got to ask yourself these questions, you know? You have to. You have to, because this is the kind of shit that, like, you know, it drives our mind. We'll sit here for hours watching videos on shit that we would never fucking do, but it's so interesting. The evil, dark side of the world is so interesting. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, bro. It's blowing my mind as I think about it. You know, it still does, because, like I said, we would be more interested in the shit like selling your soul, finding out about the devil, blah blah blah, more than we are about finding out about God and real spirituality and just, you know, positive shit in life. You know, although obviously those are the things that you want, and you want to practice real positivity, real spirituality and shit like that. But we can't help but want to know about the evil things that basically are upon us in life. You know, the everyday things that we go to, that we go through. So anyway, look, y'all know me, man. I'm coming right back with a part two, because I'm sure as I continue to watch the shows that I've already seen, it's gonna make me think of more shit. You know, I had to come to my little confined space because I can just like rant and think better, you know. But anyways, signing out, man. Next time.